ahead and stand nice and tall. Good. Everybody warm your hands together. Give me 2 claps. 1, 2. Everybody bow. Say do my best. And start doing jumping jacks. Let's go. Start doing those jumping jacks. Come on. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving the jumping jacks. We're going to move pretty quick today with our warm-up because we've got so much that we want to cover today. So we got to move pretty quickly. Good. From right there, go right into your knee bends. Go right into knee bends. Get down low. Keep moving. Keep moving. I will tell you, it is awesome seeing everybody on here today. It's good seeing you guys. I see some smiling faces. This is fantastic. I love it. I love it. Good. Back to jumping jacks. Let's go. Back to jumping jacks. Now, with these self-defense techniques and these sparring segments, now it does help when you have somebody that you can practice with. What I would recommend is that you ask a brother or sister, or you ask mom or dad to kind of help you out. Now, you don't have to do it right now, but when we finish practicing, that would be something that you could do. Good. Back to knee bends. Let's go. Back to knee bends. Come on, keep going. Keep going. Come on, keep it up. Keep it up. And stop. Good job. Everybody spread your feet apart, double shoulder width. Legs are locked out straight. Hands are up. Reach down. Palms to the floor. Get down. Get a good stretch. And come on back up. Good. Skip it right ahead. Bend one knee. One leg stays straight. Go down low. And switch to the other side. And switch again. Then switch one more time. And relax. Good. Feet together. Reach down. Touch your toes. And come on back up. Good. Bring arm across your body. And switch, other arm. Great job. Arms back behind you. And relax. Good. Everybody, give me 20 of your best push-ups. That's right. I did say 20. 20 of your best push-ups. Come on, keep it going. Give me 20 of them. Josh, those push-ups must have been fast. Those are the fast push-ups. Good. Everybody stand nice and tall when you're finished. That way we know you're done. Just knock out all 20, though. Don't cut yourself short. Remember, in order to get better, you got to continuously push yourself. That's with your fitness. That's with your kicks, your martial arts training, everything. Schoolwork. Always got to make sure you're constantly pushing yourself. All right, guys. All right, so here, let's get to it. So the self-defense, we're going to jump right into the self-defense. We'll do one self-defense technique and one sparring segment, kind of going back and forth. Now, the first self-defense technique is a cross-arm wrist grab. We all remember that. This being the black belt class, I might go a little bit faster. So again, a cross-arm wrist grab means I'm grabbing this hand over here, and I'm grabbing your right hand if you're facing me. Notice I'm reaching across my body. All right, now, here's the biggest thing that I see when we practice this self-defense technique. Now, I'm going to show you what the objective is. The objective is to get them to come to this position. This is what we're trying to do. Now, there's a lot of ways that I see a lot of people doing that. One of the biggest mistakes that I see is this arm making a big circle around, and then we grab. Now, when we break it down to teach it, obviously we will tell you your goal is to come around and grab. So that's not 100% the most effective way for you to defend yourself and grab their wrist. Now watch. Here's what happens. When they grab, let's say the person is big and strong. They're really big, they're strong, they're stronger than you are. You will not be able to lift your arm all the way around. It just won't happen. So what you have to do is, there's a thing called leverage. You want to try to use your body to your advantage. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to keep my arms in close to my body. Rather than keep my arms far away where you're weak, you want to keep it in close where you're strong. So again, from here, when he grabs, the first thing I'm going to do, I don't want to keep my arm out away from me. I want to keep it close. So I'm going to pull my elbow in. So this motion here is a lot easier for me than to do this. Because again, he's really strong. So if he's holding on really, really tight, I can't lift it around. But even if he's holding really tight, I can still do this. I can still pull my hand in pretty tight. Now, once I've done that, I have to make sure my palm is still facing my nose. So that way, when I step, my hand can rotate. Now, watch this hand again. This is what you're focusing on, this hand right here. So when I bring it in, my palm is to my nose. Again, focus on this hand. As I step, I'm going to rotate my hand. Notice my arms are still close to my body. My elbow hasn't locked out straight at all. It's still close. And even my shoulder, I can still use my shoulder to kind of help push. So again, from this position, first thing, let's all try it. Everybody do it with me. Everybody do it with me. Put your hand out. Good. You're going to bend this elbow, pulling in close as you turn your body. Do this. 1. That's it. Good. That's the idea. Now with my hand, I'm still keeping it in close. I'm going to use this arm because this is going to push on the back of their elbow. If you've done this right, you've turned their palm that direction. Their elbow is facing that direction as well. And that's where my arm is going to go. Now, as I step, I'm going to rotate my hand around. And again, I'm still keeping my arms really close to my body. So make sure this other arm is on the back of his elbow. Now, even if they're tall, now listen, you don't want to use your arms. You won't have enough power, even if, so especially if they're taller than you won't have enough leverage to get your arms down. So what you're going to do is you're going to make sure you keep that hand a tight fist. You're going to drop your entire body. Your whole body is going to come down, and that's going to give you more power to get them down to this position. Now, once you have them in this position, there's a really cool thing that's going to happen. Now, notice I have not let go of his wrist. Throughout this entire self-defense technique, I will always control his wrist. Because from here, if I were to have my hand on the back of his elbow, and I lift my elbow up, watch what happens to his head. His head goes down. So again, I lift up, he goes down. 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 Do you understand what's happening? So, so come on back, let's do it together. So again, he grabs, you bring it in. Step and rotate. And then drop your whole body, comes down. Boom. And then to finish it off, you would do an elbow strike. Notice I'm still holding on. And then elbow strike right in the back. Good. Now let's do it facing each other. So let's do it together. So your hand is out. Facing me. Again, you're going to bring this elbow in as you rotate. That's it. Put this arm up. Now I want you to watch my feet. From here, this foot's going to step across. As I step, this hand's going to rotate around. Good. So now I've grabbed a hold of their wrist. That's super important to make sure you hold on to their wrist. Now from this position, I would use my whole body and drop down. Whole body drops down. Good. And then again, you finish it off with an elbow strike and then an elbow strike, remembering to always hold on to their wrist. Come on back. That's the idea. That's really, really good. So again, that's completely different than bringing it around to grab. You want to bring it in as I rotate. So again, I'm going to have more power keeping my arms doing a push-pull motion rather than making a circular motion. So again, my hand is out. Bring it in. Good. Make sure your shoulders rotate that direction. Make sure your shoulders rotate that way. Good. Step, turn, drop. And then elbow, elbow. Good. Do it again. Hand out. Step, turn, drop. Elbow, elbow. Good. One more time. Ready, go. Step, turn, drop. Elbow, elbow. And relax. Good. Everybody give me 2 good push-ups. Go. 2 good push-ups. Awesome. All right. Now, I want to go and I want to do a sparring 7-minute self-defense, sparring 7-minute self-defense. Now, your first self-defense technique, I'm sorry, sparring 7. Everybody get a ready stance. We all know it. You're stepping, you're doing your double knife hand block, your round kick, your reverse punch, your step back number 3 side kick. But here's where I see a lot of mistakes. When you're doing this the sparring segment, my attacker's over here. He's going to put his right foot back, hands are up. Now, from this position, this distance, I do not have to move. He's going to step forward and punch. Do you see that? I don't have to move. I don't have to do anything because if I step from this position, watch. Now I'm really reaching for that round kick. So I have to make sure I'm the right distance. So this is going to be about the distance for my sparring segment. Notice I'm a little bit closer as he steps. The first objective is the first objective is for me to get out of the way. If I stand there, boom, I'm going to get hit. So I got to make sure I get my head out of the way. My hands are just coming up to protect myself. He steps and punches, boom. Now I'm close enough to do my round kick to the target. Boom. Set my foot down. Reverse punch, boom. As I slide my foot back, I'm going to do my number 3 side kick. Boom, right to the target. Then I step back and then do my double out of 4 block. Let's do that one together. Ready, stance. Get a ready, stance. Show me, step and block. 1. Good. And come on back. Let's do it one more time. Make sure you're stepping that left foot. That left foot is stepping to this corner. Remember, you're doing your techniques to 2 corners. Watch. My step is going to that corner over there. My techniques are going to that corner over there. So when I step, I'm stepping that way and blocking that way. Then I'm going to kick to that corner. I punch to that corner. I step back. I do my number 3 side kick to that corner. Everything is going to that corner. Then I step back and block to that corner. Get your ready stance. Let's do it. Ready? Ready stance. Left foot steps and blocks. Good. So again, that left foot has stepped over here as you blocked. There you go. Now round kick. Again, you're round kicking to that corner. Show me round kick. Good. Punch to that corner. Good. Step back. Do a number 3 side kick to that corner. Oh, remember a number 3 side kick. You slide your feet together. Side kick your front foot, set it down. And then from there, you will step back and do your block. Good. Return to ready. All right. Piece of cake. What are the 3 targets? 3 targets for your techniques. First one is where? Point to it on your body. Not your belly. That's right. Good, Kira. It's right here, right where your ribs come together. Your solar plex, right there. That's where you're going to do your round kick. The reverse punch goes right to the jaw. Then you step back, do your number 3 side kick. The side kick goes right to the ribs. If you want to know what that feels like, take your fingers and kind of hit your ribs a little bit. Kind of hurts a little bit, right? Now imagine doing a side kick. Boom! As hard as you can right there. It's going to really ruin their day. All right, so now we're moving on to the second self-defense technique. Second self-defense technique is a lapel grab. Now watch. The lapel grab, now this is important. Whatever arm he is grabbing with, whatever side he's grabbing, I'm going to reach across my body. So again, check it out. See how he's right here? They can't see. Yeah, now you can see. So see right here? He's grabbing it. I'm going to reach across. I'm going to grab his hand. I'm going to bring it up. Now I'm going to grab the other hand, and I step back, and I would rotate forward. All right, so we're going to do that together. Let's do it together. So again, we're going to pretend somebody has grabbed you. Reach across and grab. Let's do it. Let's do it together. Back up some. Do it together with me. Reach across and grab. Good. And now take your hand and turn it up. So right now, your fingers, if you were to open your fingers up, they should be pointed straight up to the ceiling. So that's how far you want to rotate it. Don't keep turning because you're going to lose leverage. Don't turn it. Don't kind of keep it away from your body because you're going to lose leverage as well. You got to keep it really, really tight. So it's here, grab, rotate it. Yeah. Now take your hand where your fingers are, just like you would grab their hand. And again, you put the other hand on top as you step back, and again, you rotate forward. Now you can either step backwards or you can step forward. Just remember, if you step forward, you're going to have to bend their elbow. So again, that'll add a little bit more pain to it. But watch again. So he's going to grab me. So I'm going to reach across. I'm going to grab his hand. Use that side. Watch. I'm reaching across. I'm grabbing the back of his hand. My fingers are wrapping all the way around his hand as I rotate it up. So now again, if I were to open my fingers are pointed straight up, and his hand is up and down. Now from here, his arm is going to be pretty straight. If I were to use my other hand and I step back, it's going to straighten his arm out. If I step forward, it might not bend. So I want to use this arm to bend it as I move forward. Notice I bent his elbow. I bent his arm just like this. And now from here, it'll hurt a lot more as I take my fingers and point it towards his nose. All right. So again, so let's do that together. So get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Ready. All right. Ready? So we're going to pretend that I'm grabbing you. So I'm going to grab you with this arm. I've got you. If I'm grabbing with this arm, you've got to use this arm to reach across. Grab my hand. That's right. Turn my hand up. Yeah, that's it. Remember, don't go overward. You got to make sure you just go to where your hands are straight up and down. That'll make my hand straight up and down. This is the best position. If you go like this and try to rotate my wrist is going to bend. My wrist doesn't bend so much this way. From here, again, you're going to try to turn your hand to my nose. If you turn your hand to my nose, that's going to turn my wrist this way. That's the idea. Good. Let's try it again. So again, I'm going to grab. Boom. You reach across, grab, turn your hand up, straight up and down. Whoop. Good. Now from here, again, keep your hands in close and take your fingers as you hold my hand and rotate them to my nose. That's the idea. Again, you can use both hands to help you out. What I would recommend if you're dealing with somebody that's bigger than you, what you can do is if they were to grab, now you could do it one of two ways, but if they're bigger than you, you might have a hard time bending their elbow. So what I would do is I would take a step backwards. Now, as I step back, notice his body's going to come forward. Now, from this position, if I can't really get him down, let's say he's really, really strong, and I can't get him down, I might have to do a distraction technique. Boom! And then from that position, I'll be able to hold him. Okay? Now, again, self-defense, you might have to do several things different, but to get to your objective, you want to get to where you control your partner from this position. Does that make sense? Everybody give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs ups all around. I love it. I love it. Good. Everybody show me ready stance. We're going to skip a sparring segment. Let's go to number 3. Skip a sparring segment. Go to number 3. Ready stance. Hands up. You remember, you're lunging back to that corner. You know, I want to turn around and do it with it. From here, my left foot's going to go back to that corner. My hands are on the left side. You're going to jump and block. 1. You're going to do your jump front kick. You lift your back knee, kick your front foot. Boom. You're going to that corner. Then cross your arms, back this, reverse punch, and then front punch. And then my front foot's going to step back, and I block. That's it. Now remember, everything is going to that corner over there, okay? When you lunge, you go back to that corner. Everything goes to that corner. Now, do you guys remember when I was talking about using one of these? I was talking about using one of these. I'm going to show you why that was so important, because now I've got an attacker. He's going to put his right foot back. Now my job is to get out of the way. That's your first goal with every single sparring segment, is to get out of the way. I don't want to stand there and block it. So watch, my hands will be up. He starts going to punches. Boom. Now I've gotten out of the way. Now I'm going to do my jump front kick. Now what happens a lot of times is we go too far. So I lift my knee, I jump and kick past my partner. This does me no good. So from this position, I've got to make sure that I'm still kicking to where my target is, which was represented by that water bottle or whatever you guys used before. So I lift my back knee, front kick, set it down, back fist, reverse punch, front punch, step back, and then block. All right, you guys, that makes sense? Give me a thumbs up, that makes sense? Show me ready stance, let's do it together. I'm going to step forward and punch you. I'm going to try to get you. I'm going to try to come through the screen. Try to do that. You got to get, that's the right idea. Get back over here. You never know when it might happen. You never know. You never know. It might come at you. You got to get out of the way quick. Get ready. You don't know. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Ah! Good. So when you do that, freeze right there. Freeze. Freeze. Do that first move and freeze. Come back. Do it again. I want to see you do that move. Jump out of the way and freeze. Are you ready? Get your ready stance. I know you never know when it's coming. It might be coming. I'm going to wind up. You never know when it's coming. You never know when it's coming. Ah! Good. So you freeze right there. Good. Now from that position, you did your block. Show me, Ian. Where's my block, man? Where's my block? Where's my block? This is not a block. Got to put your hands up like you did a block. There you go. Now remember, the goal is to have your hands up. You won't actually do the block, but you want your hands in that blocking position, because this is the same thing as being ready. So from this position, now when you do your jump front kick, remember, we've talked about this in the past. You're not jumping and kicking high. You're kicking right to the ribs, right here. So right here on me, you show me, jump and kick me in the ribs. Ready, go. Oh, you got me. Oh, that was a good one. Okay, now from there, show me cross your arms and back fist. All right, show me your reverse punch. Oh boy. Show me your front punch. Good. Step back and block. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. All right, come on back. Come on back. Next self-defense technique. The next self-defense technique. We're going to do the same side wrist grab. Same side wrist grab. Now, what that means is if you and I are facing each other, I'm using this hand. I'm grabbing your left hand now. Notice it's on the same side. I reach across and grab your arm. All right, now I want you guys to watch this. From here, if he were to grab my wrist, remember, he's doing the same side. So I'm breaking it down. We'll call it 3 steps. 3 steps. From here, I'm going to bring my hand up. That's 1. Now, listen, I'm going to bring my hand up the same way. Notice I'm not going to bring my hand in an arc like this. I don't do this. I'm going to do this. See what I did there? See the difference? Here to here versus here. If he's really strong, if he's really strong, that's so much easier for me to just do this. So again, from here, I'm going to bring my elbow in. My palm turns up. Now, when my palm turns up, I'm going to grab the back of his hand. And I'm going to step back with that same foot as I rotate it all the way around. Now, I know it does hurt a lot, but this is super important. When you grab this side so they can see. When I bring my hand up, I'm going to use my hand. I'm going to grab all the way around. Now, I'm going to try to show you this without hurting his wrist too much. Do you see how much of this I'm grabbing? I'm grabbing, my fingers have wrapped all the way around his thumb. This hand is over here. This is where I have the control. If I grab it like this, I might not have very much control. So I want to make sure that my fingers get all the way around his thumb so that way I can rotate it and have more power, more leverage in my rotation. So again, you rotate it all the way around. Now, what I want you to do to get a little bit more power, again, you want to keep your arms in close. So again, he grabs. When I step back, oh, you don't grab this side. So that way they can see. When I step back, watch, I've got his hand. I'm going to step the same side that was grabbed. I'm going to step back at the same time. I'm going to push my arm down. That's going to rotate his arm. Now, again, if the person is a lot bigger and stronger than you, you might have a hard time. So you might have to do a distraction technique. Whoop, pow! And then from there, I could be able to finish the rotation. All right. So again, the goal is to get to this position. So let's do it together. If you have somebody there working with you, awesome. That is fantastic. So put one hand out. One hand is out. One hand is out. Good. Let's make it easy. Everybody put your left hand out. Put your left hand out. There you go. Ready? Now bring it up. Good. Now again, don't just rotate your hand around. This is a no-go. You want to bend your elbow, pull your elbow back in as you rotate it. That's going to give you a little more leverage. Then at the same time, you grab the back of their hand. Good. Make sure your fingers wrap around the meaty part of their thumb. And then from that position, you would step this left foot back as you rotate it down. Good. That's the idea. Now, again, you're not going to rotate your hand. You're going to grab their hand and then rotate their hand around. Good. One last time, put your hand out. Remember, a couple of the secrets and the tips we're talking about is keeping your arms in close to your body. Keep them in close. Ready? Hand out. Hand is out. Bring it in. Grab. And step, push. Very good. That's the idea. Notice I am not stepping back with my arms out here away from me and trying to rotate. I'm going to try to rotate with my hands in close. Once I get to this position, that's when I'm just pushing my whole body down, rotating their hand to get them into the position. The goal is to get them in this position right here so that way you can wait for help to happen. Right? Piece of cake. Do you guys have any questions with those 2 self-defense techniques? Well, we did 3. And those 2 sparring segments? Again, the whole idea behind these self-defense techniques is to help you get to where you can control your attacker. So everything is getting them to where we're getting them into a joint lock. We're going to either hold them in a position where it would be a wrist lock, an arm bar, which that's what this is when we hold the arm like this and do that as a leverage, or the wrist lock, which is with the last 2 that we did. The lapel grab, that's a wrist lock. The same side wrist grab, that's a wrist lock. Those are things that you're trying to lock the person in position so that way you can wait until help arrives. All right? Any questions about any of those? Put your hand up nice and high if you have a question about any of that stuff. No questions? Check the other page real quick. Hold your hand up there nice and high if you have a question. No questions? All right, I dig it. Well, listen, guys, it was awesome seeing you guys today. I had so much fun. Got to tell you, it's a lot easier and a lot better when I got a helper here and we can work together. So I'm super excited that you guys were able to see all those little tricks and tips to help you guys get these self-defense techniques better. Everybody give me a high five. Everybody give me a high five, high five, high five, high five. Good job. Give me a score high five. Yes, there you go. Awesome, guys. Well, hey, listen, have a great rest of your day, and we will see you next time. Bye.